into John Wick after all this time, you know, and she's a lovely girl. I mean, she does the fighting extraordinarily well. And it's great because it goes back and it stays in character because she was in episode 3, because this one takes place between 3 and 4, ballet school. And she, of course, comes from the same family as John Wick, with Ruska Roma. This very esoteric gangs of another century which go through the ages, Anita. And I've obviously kept an eye on her for the last 20 years while she's been working her way through the ballet until she finally wants to revenge her dad. Yeah. And then she comes in and all hell breaks loose and so there'll be either a Ballerina 2 or a John Wick 5, you don't know. If either one of the two exhausted to get on with it after all the fighting they do.
But it's great to see you reprise your role as obviously the manager of the Continental Hotel, where
he's the kind of, I mean, my character's he's like the Wick whisperer, you know.
Yes, exactly.
He keeps the secrets. He knows everybody, so they've tried to kill him off over the years, but he won't go anywhere.
But this one's got a fantastic cast as well. You've got Gabriel Byrne in there as well, Angelica Houston, and of course Mr. John Wick, Keanu Reeves.
Kay's in it, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I love
great.
that you call him Kay. That's
well,
so
we've known each other for I mean, we've done this is our 5th or 6th film together. Yeah. And we're good friends, and he's a great guy. And they seduced us to go to New York for Thanksgiving, saying, you stay in a great hotel. We can't pay that much, but it'll be Thanksgiving, New York and whatever. And, of course, then a year later, I remember I was filming in Atlanta and I nipped out to see the movie. It was playing locally at Open. And films, within 5 minutes if you're comfy, don't you, Nish? When you see the first 5 minutes of something. And it was, you thought, oh, yeah, it's going to be good. They actually filmed the script. Like they usually do, because that's why they think the films have been successful, because they're tight, they're well controlled. I mean, they've got bigger and bigger, but that's the fighting. But no, it's always a pleasure to be asked back again and a pleasure to talk about it. It's fun,
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you back here.
That's very nice. Thank you, Alex.
We have had so many comments. Here we go. Sue has been in touch, and she says Ian is a great actor. Well, we know that. And I loved him in Lovejoy. Me and my nan used to watch it all the time. So many messages like that.
That's
Absolutely
very sweet.
brilliant.
I mean, we first met when Anita just had a original success in EastEnders, and we'd just done the first series of Lovejoy. And I was here, my wife was doing a West End play, and we met at a holiday house of a mutual friend of ours in Portugal, didn't we?
Portugal,
nice. So it's nice to see her again.
But to put it into context for people, maybe younger people who are watching, 18 million people used to watch it on a Sunday. Absolutely massive. Incredible. Do you think it could be revived?
With a girl, with a woman. As I said before, I mean, they've asked me over the years a few times. I said, well, no, it's like it's 30 years ago. It was great. I enjoyed doing it. But if they bring it back again, I had a daughter, and I always said, well, why don't you make it the daughter? They talk about, oh, Lovejoy's coming back, and after 20 minutes, about this gorgeous redhead walks in or whatever, after 20, and that's Lovejoy. I said, now I can make the odd appearance, come in my walker, whatever. Hello, darling, how's it going? Or whatever. An episode about antique walkers.
People would love it.
That's a good show. It was a very good show, but it had its time. And if they want to do it again, but keep it, fresh.
All right. Well, in the meantime, though, people can watch Ballerina in cinemas from June the 6th. Thank you so much.